Ahoy there! Cars and racing games are one thing I love. One other thing I love is Lego. Unfortunately, combining Lego and racing games has been hit and miss over the years. The only decent Lego racing game I can think of is the original Lego Racers from 1999. Lego 2K Drive would have been nice if it had a different name and didn't drain your bank account. And the less said about Drome Racers, the better. Lego has experimented with real cars in the past, starting with Ferrari and then Lamborghini. But it wasn't until the launch of the Speed Champions line that it bridged the gap of my love of cars and Lego. The first game to take advantage of this theme was Forza Horizon 4 and its Speed Champions expansion. But not only is that not a full game, you can't even buy the game or expansion anymore. Instead, I've decided to try something in FH4's game-sized expansion, Forza Horizon 5. Yeah, I went there. Anyway, I want to know, is it possible to recreate the LEGO Speed Champions cars I have in FH5? I'll highlight each car in my collection and try to recreate the livery if possible. Just keep in mind I'm not the most adept livery artist in Forza history. Disclaimer, all Speed Champions sets come with alternate wheel options, so I'm going with the closest wheels that I put onto the sets. Second disclaimer, yes, I am sick at the time of recording, just bear with me here. Porsche 918 Spyder. Easy enough, it's a stock 918. One quick recolor, and we're done. McLaren P1. So the color on the Lego P1 is kind of an orange-yellow, and one of the stock paint colors is plain yellow. Either that or my monitor's not calibrated correctly. Porsche 911 Turbo. This was one of the 5 cars to be used in the FH4 Speed Champions expansion. Some turbofan wheels will do nicely. McLaren Senna. Well, the Lego car is in a different shade of gray than the bluish gray of the real car. This car was in the Speed Champions expansion. Ferrari 488 GT3 Scuderia Corsa. There is a 488 GT3 in the game, but it's part of a DLC pack I don't own, and it's not the livery on the Lego model. So I had to make the livery for it, or a close facsimile of it. Ferrari F40 Competizione. I know that the F40 was recently redesigned for the new 8-stud width standard, and I also know I kept it in the stock F40 configuration. But it also had the Competizione form by tweaking the front splitter, headlights, rims, and rear wing. This is another one of the 5 cars from the FH4 expansion I own, since I don't own the Bugatti Chiron or the Mini. Ford F-150 Raptor. I can't really raise this Lobo much higher. I also can't attach a trailer to it, but the tow hitch in the set I got broke. Ford Model A Hot Rod. Technically, there isn't a Ford Model A in the game, but old hot rods look very similar to each other. The 1932 V8 Deluxe made a good substitution. It took me a bit to get the flames just right, though. Chevrolet Camaro Stock Car. The Camaro Stock Car was another redesigned set, but this one also isn't available in FH5. The regular 2017 Camaro ZL1 takes its place. Mercedes-AMG GT3. The Racing GT3 is in the game, but it's part of the same paid car pack that I don't have. However, the GT3 set can be reconfigured in a similar fashion to the F40, with a street bumper and no giant wing. It was just on me to replicate the car's livery. Audi Sport Quattro S1. The Audi Sport Quattro S1 was added, I believe, during the Rally Adventure season. No need to tweak anything here. Koenigsegg Jesko. Jesko. Get it? Jesko? Never mind. It's a 300-mile-per-hour terror. Toyota GR Supra. This is easy because it's literally one of the starter cars in the game. Picking the color and wheels was also fairly easy. Dodge Challenger TA. There is a Dodge Challenger in this game in the same generation as the TA, but it's not explicitly a TA. Let's just pretend it is in its plum-crazy purple. Also, I'm glad that the option to tweak the vinyl's material is here to give the roof and the hood that matte black finish. Dodge Mopar SRT Top Fuel Dragster. No Top Fuel Dragsters are in the game at all. The closest cars I can think of to this are the Fast and Furious Flip Car and the two buggies from Sierra Cars. Chevrolet Corvette C3 1969. Another technicality arises where we have the same generation but different trims. At least it wasn't a C3 choked out by the gas crisis. Chevrolet Corvette C8R. The Corvette C8R is also in the game, but it's also part of that same car pack I mentioned earlier, so I don't have it. I'd have to adjust the livery to be gray instead of yellow if I did. Lamborghini Countach. Another easy one, since it's not the pre-1980s Countach nor the electric revival. Aston Martin DB5 007 Edition. All you really need for a DB5 is the silver color and an appropriate license plate. Gadgets and Walther PPK not included. Pagani Utopia. Last time I checked, the Pagani Utopia has not been added to the game, and at this point in the game's life cycle, it never will. Nissan Skyline GTR R34, Too Fast, Too Furious. Oh boy, time to do my own take on Brian's R34. This easily took the longest time to remake among the million other remakes, but I'm not gonna cheat and download someone else's livery. Ford Mustang Dark Horse. Finally, the latest addition to the collection, the Ford Mustang Dark Horse. It's good the way it is. Out of all the cars in my collection, I failed to replicate 2 of them since they're not in the game. I did have to make a few substitutions in place of the exact model not being used in the game, but they were close enough. I couldn't do a substitution for the dragster because it just wouldn't look right. But that is most of my LEGO Speed Champions collection remade in Forza Horizon 5. Would you want to see something like this done with other collector car toys, or do you want me to bring back build videos? Please let me know if you'd want to see me revisit something like this again. This has been Squiddy the Kid signing off. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz.